ang kanilang hanapbuhay. At higit sa lahat, mga taong bayan na nais ipaabot ang kanilang hinaing. Madami din sa mga nakausap namin ang handang pangalanan ang mga tiwaling opisyal ng gobyerno na tunay na nasa likod ng mga milagro sa flood control. Ang halos nagkakaisang tanong nila na mahirap kong saguting mag-isa. Sagot ba ninyo ang kaligtasan namin at sigurado bang tuloy-tuloy ang laban hanggang sa dulo o habang mainit lamang ang issue na ito? When few good officials or regretful men are willing to speak truth to power, they must be heard. They must be seen. They must be protected. The depth of corruption has become so overwhelming that it drowns us in our sad reality. More than flood control, what the Filipino people badly need to see is grid control. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Lacson.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, there are a number of our colleagues who wanted to make a manifestation. May I just be allowed to give a very short manifestation considering, Mr. President, the situation where I come from, Mr. President. I hope you understand.
Yes, please
With the
proceed,
indulgence of our colleagues.
Please proceed, Majority Leader.
Mr. President, this will be just very short. I just wanted to put on record, Mr. President, na nakapanlulumo, nakakagalit at nakakakulo ng dugo, Mr. President, na marinig at makita right before our very eyes yung pong mga hindi ko kayang sabihin na malademonyong proyekto dahil sabi nga ho ni Senator Lacson, guni-guni hindi na makita. Siguro ito po yung dahilan kung bakit for the past 3 years, siguro naiintindihan na ako ni Senator Bato, ni Senator JV, the past 3 years, bakit ako nang gagalaite. 3 taon ko na po itong sinasabi, itong mga kalokohan sa flood control program. Mr. President, ginahasa po ng flood control program ng gobyerno ang aming lalawigan sa Bulacan. Nakakalungkot po, Mr. President, sapagkat pag tinignan nyo rin po itong 2025 flood control budget, Mr. President, yung binabanggit po ni Senator Ping na pare-pareho po yung amount, ganito pa rin po. Total of 14 billion sa lalawigan ng Bulacan. Mr. President, nandito po yung ilang mga mayors natin. Nandito po si Mayor Bong, si Mayor ng Balagtas, Mayor ng San Miguel, Bulacan. Nandito po sila para suportahan ang Senado, para magkaroon ng no nonsense, no secret cows, Mr. President, na investigasyon at masiguro na magkaroon ng hustisya ang aming minamahal na lalawigan. Mr. President, gusto ko lang pong i-put into the record that we thank the gentleman from Cavite, Mr. President. We have been looking forward to seeing him here in the Senate dahil alam natin, Mr. President, may mangyayari na dito sa ating ginagawang investigasyon at mapapanagot ang dapat mapanagot. And again, I appeal to the members of this august chamber to help not only our great province of Bulacan but also all provinces in the Philippines. Maraming salamat, Ginoong Pangulo. May I give the floor to our minority leader who is seeking the floor, Mr. President.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Before I recognize the Minority Leader, the Chair would also like to thank Senator Lacson for his bombastic privilege speech and congratulate him. Congratulations, Senator Lacson. Minority Leader.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Aside from congratulating and commending Senator Ping Lacson, I was discussing this with him earlier. We indeed commend him because he's under the weather. He's not actually well, but he came over to deliver his privilege speech, although his doctors told him to rest and not to go to work today. But still, he did. No, you see the importance of what he has to deliver. So. I know for a fact that Senator Lacson has never been known to evade any interpellations. But because of health reasons, I would like to move that all the interpellations forthcoming on this privilege speech be done in our next regular session, Mr.
It will
President.
be on Tuesday. Yeah. Yes, Mr. President.
What does the Majority Leader say?
We are in full understanding, Mr. President, of our good colleague, who is more than willing to entertain questions, Mr. President. We all know that. And he's more than willing to entertain questions, Mr. President, by Tuesday, Mr. President, when we resume session. Mr. President, there are a number of senators who would like to make a short manifestation. May I move that we recognize the gentleman from Tarlac, Senator Bam Aquino, Mr. President.
The gentleman from Tarlac, Senator Bam Aquino, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unang-una po sa lahat, nais kong magpasalamat kay Senator Lacson sa kanyang presentation at alam ho natin na napakahalaga ng issue na ito na malaman ho natin kung saan napupunta yung pondo sa flood control at nakikita naman po natin na bilyong-bilyong piso na ang nawawala na dapat napupunta sa taong bayan. So Mr. President, upon the suggestion of the Minority Floor Leader, I will hold off my interpolations for the next session and instead just manifest my support and congratulations to the good gentleman from Cavite. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Aquino.
Thank you,
Majority
Mr.
Leader.
President. Next to make a short manifestation is the gentleman from Palawan, Senator Erwin Tulfo. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Senator Erwin Tulfo, the gentleman from Palawan, is recognized.
Mr. President, this representation fully supports Senator Ping Lacson's call to demand full accountability for the disturbing anomalies in our flood control projects. Kahapon lamang po sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee na pinamunuan ni Senator Marcoleta na siwalat ang sandamakmak na ghost flood control projects. Kawalan ng master plan at pagpabor sa ilang mga probinsya, gayong hindi naman po kasama sa listahan ng mga flood-prone areas. Nakakapanlumo dahil sa kabila ng bilyon-bilyong pondong inilaan sa flood control projects na ito, ay marami pa rin sa ating kababayan ang nalulubog sa baha. Sa DPWH pa lamang po ay meron na tayong inilaang halos 996.5 billion pesos o halos 1 trilyon, Mr. President. Ito ay mula sa GAA sa ilalim ng Flood Management Program. Hindi pa po kasama rito ang budget na inilaan sa DENR, MMDA at iba pang mga ahensya para rin sa pagkontrol ng baha. Ulitin ko po, this is nothing less than a grand robbery of our nation. It is for this reason, Mr. President, that I also filed Senate Resolution number 31, which seeks to investigate reported abuse of flood control programs and related projects. Senate Resolution number 70, which seeks to investigate illegal construction of structures and waterways in Palawan. And Senate Bill number 769, which seeks to institutionalize Metro Manila Drainage Master Plan as a long-term strategy for drainage infrastructure development. Mr. President, harap-harapan na pong niyanakawan ang taong bayan dahil sa kakulangan ng pananagutan. Our people deserve no less than truth, transparency, and justice. Huwag na po nating hintayin na lumubog ulit ang bayan bago tayo kumilos. Let's build a Philippines that doesn't just survive the floods, but rises above it. Maraming salamat, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Majority
Mr.
Leader.
President, next to make a short manifestation is our Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Risa Ontiveros. I move that she be recognized, Mr. President.
The Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Risa Ontiveros, recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Mr. President, I applaud the sponsors' courage in bringing to light these harrowing and urgent issues of large-scale corruption. Kaisa niyo po ako sa labang ito, Senator Ping. May nabasa po ako sa Facebook, Mr. President. The Philippines is not poor. We are plundered. I could not agree more. Ang Pilipinas po ay hindi isang mahirap na bansa. Biktima lang tayo ng kalat at sistematikong pagnanakaw. Dahil sa korupsyon, ng kaunti, patuloy na naghihirap ang karamihan. Sa estimasyon mismo ng gobyerno, nasa 20% o 1/5 ng kabuoang budget ng bansa ang nawawala taon-taon sa korupsyon. Katumbas po yan ng tinatansyang 1.6 trillion pesos na ninanakaw mula sa mga Pilipino kada taon. 1.6 trillion. Kahit ako po ay nahirapang maintindihan kung gaano kalaking pera yan. Chinek ko po at sa 1.6 trillion pesos, pwede na tayong mamigay ng tig-1 milyong piso sa 1.6 milyon na tao. Nakakalula po. Lahat na yan habang nalulunod na ang mga karaniwang Pilipino. Nalulunod sa taas na presyo ng bilihin, sa trabahong hindi sapat ang kita, sa kalamidad at sa kawalan ng tugon at serbisyo publiko. Mayorya po ng mga Pilipino ay kumakayod ng tapat at nakikipagsapalaran ng patas. Insulto po na ang buwis na kinakaltas at dapat ginagamit para sa kanila ay inaanod lang sa baha ng korupsyon. Hirap na nga ang Pilipino, ninanakawan pa. Kung ang karaniwang Pilipino po ang magnakaw, kulong agad at pwedeng masira na ang buhay. Pero ang pagnanakaw ng mga opisyal sa pamamagitan ng korupsyon, parti-parti lang po, parang parti na po ng buhay na tanggap ng lahat. Hindi ko po yan matatanggap. At makakaasa po si Senator Lacson sa pag-usisa sa isyung ito. Salamat po, Senator Ping. Mabuhay po kayo at pagaling po kayo ng lubos. Salamat po, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat, Senadora Hontiveros.
Yes, Mr. President,
Leader.
Senator Pia Cayetano is also seeking the floor. May I move that she be recognized, Mr.
The
President?
gentlelady from Taguig, Senator Pia Cayetano, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a short manifestation. Sa Tuesday pala magpapatuloy ang ating debates. Mag-i-interpellate din po tayo. I just want to join our colleagues in expressing my disgust and I am at a loss for words sa napakasamang sitwasyon na binunyag ni Senator Ping Lacson. Papasalamat tayo sa kanya na pinakita niya to and in very detailed ang kanyang presentation. Ako po ay taga Tubong Bulacan din, kaya si Senator Joel, I attest to the fact na bagyo-bagyo na lang, hindi ko sasabihin taon-taon kasi kung ilang beses tayo daanan ng bagyo, ilang beses din siya tatayo at mag-e-express ng lungkot, galit sa walang katapusan na bagyo, tapos panay ho ang punta niya dyan, na walang katapusang pagre-relief efforts, na samantalang pala itong mga relief efforts natin, hindi na pala kailangan gawin kung nagawa lang ito ng maayos. I personally am shocked that pwedeng mangyari yung gano'n na paulit-ulit lang na pinupondohan ang Ghost Project o di naman kaya paulit-ulit na binabalikan lang ang proyektong sobrang substandard. Tapos yung pala yung sabi nga ni Senator Ping, may standard na ang substandard. We owe the Filipino people better. Lahat ho tayo, we have, now that napakita ito, siguro tuloy-tuloy na ang paglalabas ng mga contractors na sangkot dyan. Hindi ho ako involved sa hindi ako familiar din sa budget ng DPWH, pero I am familiar with the projects sa education at saka sa health. At kahit doon po, paulit-ulit naming sinasabi sa mga state universities, pati sa mga DOH officials, na pagka yung contractor hindi nakaka-deliver, huwag nyo nang ulitin, huwag nyo nang i-delist nyo na yan. Kaya yung pinakita kanina na yung pangalan ng contractor, delisted na siya, pero nabigyan pa rin ng project. Paano ba nangyayari yung mga ganon? Definitely, ibig sabihin, may kasangkot na government official, whether sa level ng lokal or sa level ng national. Kaya sa darating na mga araw na iimbestigahan pa rin ito at magkakaroon pa ho tayo ng debate, sana mas mabigyan ng liwanag because the Filipino people do not deserve this kind of public service from their officials. Thank you very much, Senator Ping Lacson, for bringing this to our attention.
Thank you, Senator Pia Cayetano, Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, the gentleman from Pampanga who's also affected by flooding, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, is also seeking the floor. May I move that he be recognized, Mr. President?
Senator Kiko Pangilinan is recognized.
Maraming salamat sa ating karatig lalawigan ng Bulacan, kinatawan ng Bulacan. Sa Pampanga, totoo po yun. Itong nakaraang bagyo, matapos yung pagbabaha, 16 sa 18 mga barangay sa hometown ng aking tatang, my father, lubog. Pati ang mga bayan ng Pampanga, lubog din. At nakakagalit nga itong naging expose ni Senator Ping Lacson. We laud him for his consistency in with a fine-tooth comb binubusisi yung ating budget, yung General Appropriations Measure. Mr. President, actually, baka maaring sagutin next week pag magaling na po si Senator Lacson dito sa aking simpleng katanungan. Sa ganitong katinding trilyong pisong halaga ng pagnanakaw sa gobyerno sa ilalim ng public works. Ang magiging tanong ko sa Martes sa privilege speech ni Senator Lacson ay, bakit hindi pa nagre-resign yung Secretary ng Public Works? Yun lang po. At naway maisagot sana ng maayos. Kung hindi man ni Senator Lacson, baka dapat yung Secretary of Public Works ang sumagot. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Pangilinan.
Mr.
Majority
President, next to give her manifestation is the distinguished lady from Antique, Senator Lauren Legarda. I move that she be recognized, Mr. President.
Leader. The gentle lady from Antique is recognized, Senator Legarda.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today in support of the privileged speech of our esteemed colleague, Senator Ping Lacson, and I echo his outrage at the corruption that continues to stain our flood control programs and many other public projects. Billions and possibly trillions of pesos are lost, substandard works are delivered, and yet year after year the floods still come washing away homes, dreams, and lives. That is why we support this long-term approaches, and there is a proposed tapat na paglilingkod pending measure which does not only punish wrongdoing but seeks to prevent it by embedding strategies that promote integrity in planning, budgeting, and service delivery, by protecting whistleblowers, by making agencies map their own corruption risks, and by teaching integrity as early as our schools. This is a long manifestation, Mr. President. May I request that the whole manifestation of 6 pages be inserted into the record. I would like to commend our esteemed colleague despite his being under the weather. And yes, we must investigate, we must prosecute, but alongside we must also nurture a culture of tapat na paglilingkod so that the next generation will not even think twice about choosing honesty. We congratulate Senator Ping Lacson. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Legarda,
Mr. Pre-
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, next to give his manifestation is the gentleman from Bukidnon, our former Senate President, Mig Zubiri. I move that he be recognized, Mr.
The
President.
gentleman from Bukidnon is recognized, Senator Zubiri.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you to the Majority Leader. Mr. President, nakakalula talaga yung speech ng ating kasamahan na si Senator Lacson. I'd like to congratulate him for his very thorough investigation of the case. Biro mo, may isang bayan, Mr. President, na nakatanggap ng 3.2 billion worth of projects, particularly flood control in Oriental Mindoro. Kinumpute ko po yan, Mr. President, at 3 million lang per classroom. That is 1,066 classrooms. Baka yung backlog ng buong Mindoro na fund na po sa DepEd kung ibigay po natin itong pondo para sa classroom building program at wala na pong backlog ang Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro. Kung dyan na lang po natin nailagay kaysa sa mga flood control projects na nakikita naman po natin substandard, nagko-collapse at mukhang money-making racket lamang po, Mr. President. Mr. President, I laud our distinguished colleague, Senator Lacson, for this speech, but I'm hoping that he can give a part 2. Kasi po, kulang pa po yun. For example, kung saan pong home video ng aking nanay sa Bicol, marami rin pong ghost project sa Bicol, maraming palpak na project sa Bicol, lalo na sa home province of my mother in Albay. I was there last year distributing rice to my kababayans in Libon, where my mom is from, and we also delivered to the provincial capital. At that time, yung tanong po ng mga reporters sa akin, anong maitutulong nyo sa mga problema naming baha dito sa Bicol? At alam ko na po nung panahon pa na yun na napakalaki na ang natatanggap nila pero wala pa rin nangyayari. So sana may part 2 po niyan at may labas din po natin yung mga kapalpakan dito mga contractors also in the Bicol region and other parts of the Philippines where we can see these discrepancies, Mr. President. So once again, maraming salamat kay Senator Lacson, but we're still hoping that the Blue Ribbon Committee can go down even further in naming the proponents of these projects. Kailangan natin malaman. Yung mahirap po kasi, hindi ko po alam sa House kung may lalabas ba nila yung proponents. Dito sa Senado, ilabas natin ang proponents ng mga projects na to. Pati down sa House, sana mailabas din nila. And I laud Congressman Toby Chanco for trying to come out with that list of proponents in the House. I congratulate him as well and I wish him luck. Maraming salamat, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Zubiri. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, I would just like to join the statements made by our former Senate President, Senator Migs Zubiri. Mr. President, ilalagay ko uli sa talaan ng bulwagang ito. Noong 2023, 1.079 billion pesos a day ang budget ng DPWH alone. 2024, 1.342 billion pesos a day ang budget ng DPWH alone. Ngayong taon po na ito, 2025, 1.37 billion a day ang budget ng DPWH. Ngayon po, dun sa National Expenditure Program na pinrepresenta sa atin ngayon ng 2026, 1.08 billion pesos a day ang budget ng, again, Mr. President, DPWH alone. Mr. President, bago ko po isuspend ang konsiderasyon ng privilege speech ni Senator Ping Lacson, muli pinapasalamatan po natin siya at yung pong binabanggit niya na pare-parehong amount na sa ibang probinsya, ganun din po yung nakita namin doon sa probinsya ng Bulacan for this year. And maikling ikwento ko lang, Mr. President, alam nyo yung pinakikita doon sa Hagunoy, yun po yung taon-taon na pinupuntahan natin, halos every time na merong bagyo at nakikita po natin doon, Ginoong Pangulo, yung mga kababayan ko po doon sa Hagunoy at Senate President Pro Temp, I'm sure you're very much aware of Hagunoy dahil marami po kayong kaibigan doon. Tinatali po nila, Mr. President, yung kanilang sasakyan. Fortuner man yan o pick-up, itatali po nila, Mr. President, doon po sa poste. At matutulog sila, yung sasakyan po nila, umaalon-alon, Mr. President. Gigising po sila ng umaga, at ito, natural na buhay ng mga kababayan ko doon. Gigising po sila ng umaga, lulusong sa baha, magkakape, pagkatapos magkape, maliligo, tapos pupunta ho ng Maynila para magtrabaho, alas 3, alas 4 ng umaga, babalik ho, galing sa trabaho, ganun na naman, Mr. President. Tapos mababalitaan po nila itong mga nangyayaring guni-guni projects at mga palpak na proyekto. Mr. President, I think nasa atin po na may magagawa po tayo bilang Senado ng Republika ng Pilipinas. I pray, Mr. President, huwag nating biguin yung ating mga kababayan dahil sa totoo lang, Mr. President, 3 years ago, binanggit ko na po dito sa bulwagan na ito na yung mga kababayan po namin, wala nang inaasahan eh. In fact, kahit pagkausapin nyo po, sasabihin sa inyo, wala na, hindi nyo naman magagawa yan. So sana po, malaking challenge po sa atin, lalo na dito sa Senado, itong problemang ito. Mr. President, may pahabol po ang ating mga kasamahan. We recognize Senator Bongo and then afterwards Senator Robin Hood Padilla who wanted to make a manifestation as well, Mr. President. Please.
Senator Bongo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I join Senator Ping Lacson in condemning the irregularities in the allocation and implementation of flood control projects. Mr. President, as manifested yesterday in the Blue Ribbon hearing, hindi po katanggap-tanggap na habang tumataas ang budget para sa flood control, pataas rin ang pataas ang pagbaha. Sabi ko nga kahapon, bakit hindi nyo lang po ilaan ang budget para sa health katulad sa pag-upgrade ng mga hospital ng PGH na madalas rin pong binabaha. Nakita natin sa video kahapon o sa picture, na binabaha. Dapat doon na lang po paglaanan ng pondo at sa DPWH na meron po silang 880 billion kumpara po sa health budget. Third lang po ang pondo ng more than one-third lang po ang pondo ng health kumpara sa DPWH. Bakit hindi na lang po ilaan ng pondo para sa ating mga healthcare workers na marami pa pong hindi nababayaran ang health emergency allowances? Ano ba ang mas importante sa inyo? Serbisyo na pinaghirapan, services rendered, o mga proyektong ginagawang gatasan? Natanong ko nga to kanina sa health hearing sa mga unprogrammed appropriations, baka pwede nyo naman pong unahin na lang pondohan itong mga HEA na obligasyon po ng ating gobyerno. In light of recent events, President Marcos Jr. has launched an investigation on the implementation of flood control projects in the past years. Sa mga inireport ng Pangulo, malinaw na may anomalya dito, malinaw na may systematic na ang modus dito mula sa pag-identify ng mga proyekto hanggang sa pagpondo ng mga ito at pag-implementa ng mga proyekto. Mr. President, sa totoo lang po, noon pa lang, 2023, August 9, hiningi na natin sa DPWH ang kanilang accomplishment report, master plan at strategic prioritization sa kanilang mga flood control projects. During the hearing, tinanong ko mismo kay Secretary Bonoan na bakit may mga flood control na pinaglagyan ng proyekto na wala namang tao, wala namang kinokontrol o pinoprotektahang tao, wala namang kinokontrol na baha. Pero doon po nakalagay sa mga liblib na lugar. That was August of 2023. Mr. President, allow me also to take this opportunity to clarify and answer malicious reports, no? Kasi ako po, wala pa ako sa mundong ito. Yung aking pamilya may negosyo na po. And the insinuation that I was personally involved and had benefited in some projects, Mr. President, these are old, recycled, and malicious accusations. Noong 2018 pa po ito, nabalik na naman ng 2021 habang papunta po sa eleksyon. Ulitin ko po, for the record, wala po ako sa mundong ito. Meron na po negosyo ang aking pamilya. Pero ni minsan po, ni piso, hindi nakinabang ang aking pamilya sa pagiging taong gobyerno ko. In fact, hindi po nakakalapit ang aking mga kamag-anak kahit nasa Malacanang kami noon. Hindi po sila nakakalapit. At isang naging kondisyon ko noon, mayor pa po si former President, former Mayor Duterte, na kung lalapit po ang aking kamag-anak, ay ako po ang magre-resign sa kanya. I observed delikadesa at yun lang po ang puhunan ko sa mundong ito, ang aking pangalan. At alam nyo naman po, uso po yung name dropping, yung ibang mga kamag-anak natin, yun pa ang nagpapa-VIP, yun pa ang nagpapa-importante. At sa tinatagal-tagal ko na pong paninilbihan sa gobyerno, isa lang po ang may pagmamalaki ko. I observed delikadesa, yan po ang ginagawa namin noon pa hanggang ngayon. I am a senator, a legislator. Wala po akong kinalaman sa implementasyon ng kahit na anong proyekto, lalong-lalo na po sa pag-identify at na makikinabang po ang aking pamilya. At ngayon, I also co-authored Senate Bill number 783. Ang panukalang ito ay layong ipagbawal na pumasok sa anumang kontrata ng gobyerno mula sa national level hanggang sa LGU level. Ang mga kamag-anak ng government officials hanggang sa 4th civil degree of consanguinity and affinity ay dapat po bawal po. Mr. President, sa laki po ng pondong pinag-uusapan dito, hindi po sapat ang audit o reporting sa mga ginagawang flood control projects. Hindi sapat ang explanation mula sa mga kontraktor o DPWH. Dapat po'y merong managot dito at dapat po'y maging accountable po sila. Dapat may managot po sa perwisyong patuloy na dulot ng pagbaha na dapat sana noon pa nasolusyonan. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Bongo. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President, may I move that we suspend consideration of the privileged speech of Senator Ping Lacson? So moved, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. President, at this juncture, I move that we proceed with the additional reference of business.
Mr. Secretary, please read the additional reference of business.
Additional reference of business, bills on first reading, Senate number 751, recognizing motorcycles as public utility. Vehicles amending RA 4136, the Land Transportation and Traffic Code as amended, and RA 7160, the Local Government Code of 1991 as amended, and for other purposes, Senator Marcos.
Public Services and Local Government.
752, amending PD 194, authorizing aliens as well as associations, corporations, or partnerships owned in whole or in part by foreigners to engage in the rice and corn industry and for other purposes, Senator Marcos.
Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform, and Trade, Commerce, and Entrepreneurship.
753, an act to promote reforestation and to increase wood production through the establishment of tree growing agreements, Senator Marcos.
Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change, Ways and Means, and Finance.
754, providing for the modernization and capability enhancement of the Philippine National Police, appropriating funds and for other purposes, Senator Marcos.
Public Order, Dangerous Drugs, Ways and Means, and Finance.
755, modernizing the Bureau of Immigration, defining its powers and functions, expanding, rationalizing, and further professionalizing its organization, upgrading the compensation and benefits of its officials and employees, appropriating funds and for other purposes, Senator Marcos.
Justice and Human Rights, Civil Service, Government Reorganization, and Professional Regulation and Finance.
756, establishing a campus of the Cebu Normal University in Argao, Cebu, to be known as the Cebu National University, Argao Campus, appropriating funds therefore, Senator Marcos.
Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Finance.
757, amending RA 7941, an act providing for the election of party list representatives to the party list system, appropriating funds therefore, otherwise known as the Party List System Act, and for other purposes, Senator Marcos.
Electoral Reforms and People's Participation.
758, recognizing individual rights over one's likeness and identity, regulating the creation and use of deepfakes to disclosure, consent, and platform accountability, providing remedies and penalties therefore, and for other purposes, Senator Aquino.
Science and Technology and Public Information and Mass Media.
759, an act to modernize the National Business Development Services ecosystem by amending RA 10644, the Go Negosyo Act, Senator Aquino.
Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Economic Affairs, and Finance.
Senate number 760, amending RA 11337, the Innovative Startup Act by expanding the definition of startups, strengthening interagency coordination, establishing a startup program secretariat, providing additional measures to promote innovation-driven enterprises, Senator Aquino.
Science and Technology, Trade, Commerce, and Entrepreneurship, Ways and Means, and Finance.
761, an act to modernize the development of MSMEs by amending RA 6977, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for Small Enterprises, as amended by RA 9501, the Magna Carta for Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises, Senator Aquino.
Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Economic Affairs, and Finance.
Senate number 762, establishing a program to formalize micro and small enterprises to simplified registration, transitional support, and access to government assistance, Senator Aquino.
Trade and Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Banks, Financial Institutions, Currencies, Ways and Means, and Finance.
763, establishing a national supplier development program to strengthen MSME participation in domestic and global value chains, creating a supplier development fund, and providing incentives to anchor firms in support of Tatak Pinoy strategies, Senator Aquino.
Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, and Finance.
764, establishing regional research development and innovation committees to strengthen regional innovation ecosystems and implement RA 11293, the Philippine Innovation Act, at the regional level, Senator Aquino.
Economic Affairs, Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, and Finance.
765, ordaining the promotion of social enterprises to alleviate poverty, establishing for the purpose the Poverty Reduction through Social Entrepreneurship Program, and providing support, benefits, and appropriations therefore, Senator Aquino.
Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Social Justice, Welfare, and Rural Development, Ways and Means, and Finance.
766, institutionalizing sustainable livelihood program of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, appropriating funds and for other purposes, Senator Tulfo E.
Social Justice, Welfare, Rural Development, and Finance.
767, further amending Article 99 of Act Number 3815, the Revised Penal Code, and for other purposes, Senator Tulfo E.
Justice and Human Rights.
768, penalizing the generation and the dissemination of fake news, amending RA 10175, the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, Senator Tulfo E.
Justice, Human Rights, Public Information, Mass Media.
769, institutionalizing the Metro Manila Drainage Master Plan, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes, Senator Tulfo E.
Public Works, Sustainable Development Goals, Innovation, Futures, Thinking, and Finance.
770, implementing the people's right to information and the constitutional policies of full public disclosure and transparency in public service and for other purposes, Senator Ejercito.
Public Information, Mass Media, Civil Service, Government Reorganization, Professional Regulation, Finance.
771, institutionalizing a varsity sports program in elementary and secondary schools and for other purposes, Senator Villanueva.
Basic Education, Sports, and Finance.
772, amending RA 7309, an act creating a board of claims under the DOJ for victims of unjust imprisonment or detention and victims of violent crimes and for other purposes, Senator Padilla.
Justice, Human Rights, Social Justice, Welfare, and Rural Development, and Finance.
773, mandating the establishment of a 20-year sports excellence roadmap to strengthen grassroots sports programs and develop world-class elite athletes, appropriating funds and for other purposes, Senator Cayetano P.
Sports and Finance.
774, an act instituting a national land use policy, providing the implementing mechanisms therefore and for other purposes, Senator Cayetano P.
Sustainable Development Goals, Innovation, Futures, Thinking, and Finance.
775, strengthening the incentives for private sector participation in public educational institutions, amending RA 8525, the Adopt a School Act of 1998, Senator Cayetano P.
Basic Education, Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Ways and Means.
776, an act providing for an education roadmap towards global competitiveness and human capital development, Senator Cayetano P.
Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Basic Education.
777, instilling and strengthening the sense of patriotism and nationalism among the youth through the institutionalization, development, and administration of fundamental and specialized programs in the basic education curriculum in all public and private educational institutions, Senator Cayetano P.
Basic Education.
778, recognizing the civil effects of church annulment decree, Senator Cayetano P.
Women, Children, Family Relations, Gender Equality.
779, recognizing the foreign decree of termination of marriage and allowing its subsequent registration with the Philippine Civil Registry, amending EO 209, the Family Code of the Philippines, Senator Cayetano P.
Women, Children, Family Relations, Gender Equality.
780, authorizing the DOH to set and approve the bed capacity and service capability of all DOH hospitals, Senator Cayetano P.
Health and Demography and Finance.
781, promoting sustainable and alternative modes of transportation and mobility options to improve air quality, increase efficiency, reduce congestion, and promote public health, Senator Cayetano P.
Sustainable Development Goals, Innovation, Futures, Thinking, Public Services, and Finance.
782, protecting the identity and physical attributes of individuals against the wrongful and improper use of artificial intelligence technology, exacting accountability, and for other purposes, Senator Escudero.
Science and Technology, Public Information, Mass Media.
783, disqualifying relatives of public officials within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity and affinity in all government contracts, Senator Escudero.
Civil Service, Government Reorganization, Professional Regulation, Finance.
784, providing for the condonation of unpaid obligations on the power consumption of Public Utilities Department, no longer proceeding to the Power Sector Assets and Liabilities Management Corporation, Senator Escudero.
Energy, Ways and Means, and Finance.
785, establishing the framework strategy and sustainability reporting covering environmental, social, governance considerations, institutionalizing assurance therefore and for other purposes, Senator Legarda.
Sustainable Development Goals, Innovation, Futures, Thinking, Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, and Finance.
786, providing for urban and countryside greening in the Philippines through mandatory tree planting and adoption of forest sanctuary by public schools under the DepEd, Senator Legarda.
Basic Education, Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Finance.
787, an act institutionalizing the Sustainable Livelihood Program and appropriating funds therefore, Senator Legarda.
Social Justice, Welfare, and Rural Development, and Finance.
788, institutionalizing barangay functionaries, defining their roles, providing for their benefits, professionalization, and other forms of support, and for other purposes, Senator Legarda.
Local Government and Finance.
789, institutionalizing the poverty reduction through social entrepreneurship program, promoting social enterprises with the poor as primary stakeholders, strengthening support systems for social impact economies, Senator Legarda.
Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Social Justice, Welfare, Rural Development, Ways and Means, and Finance.
790, providing for the Magna Carta for public disaster risk reduction and management workers, Senator Legarda.
National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification and Reconciliation, Civil Service, Government Reorganization, Professional Regulation, Finance.
791, defining the rights of women deprived of liberty in jails and correctional facilities and providing funds for their enforcement, Senator Legarda.
Justice and Human Rights, Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality, Finance.
792, strengthening rooming in, breastfeeding, and breast milk banking practices in the Philippines, expanding and amending RA 7600, the Rooming In and Breastfeeding Act of 1992, as amended by RA 10028, and providing funds and mechanisms therefore, Senator Legarda.
Health and Demography, Ways and Means, and Finance.
793, an act for the reallocation of unused spectrum for distance learning, research and development, and for other purposes, appropriating funds therefore. Senator Legarda.
Public Services, Science and Technology, and Finance.
794, further strengthening the incentives for private sector participation in public educational institutions by amending RA 8525, the Adapt a School Act of 1998. Senator Legarda.
Basic Education, Higher Technical Vocational Education, and Ways and Means.
795, an act institutionalizing the establishment of late-night learning hubs in highly urbanized and first-class component cities to provide safe, sustainable, and accessible public safety spaces and for other purposes. Senator Legarda.
Local Government and Finance.
796, establishing a comprehensive framework for the acquisition of land for public purposes, including infrastructure development through monetary and non-monetary means, providing flexible modes of possession and compensation, appropriating funds therefore. Senator Legarda.
Justice, Human Rights, Public Works, Ways and Means, and Finance.
797, mandating round-the-clock construction for priority infrastructure projects where economically feasible to avoid delays and public disruption and for other purposes. Senator Legarda.
Public Works, Labor, Employment, Human Resources Development, and Finance.
798, institutionalizing a unified system for post-death services and estate processing, creating the integrated death management system and death management council and for other purposes. Senator Legarda.
Justice and Human Rights, Science and Technology, Ways and Means, and Finance.
799, providing for the development and protection of the Philippine handloom weaving industry. Senator Legarda.
Science and Technology, Trade, Commerce, and Entrepreneurship, and Finance.
Senate number 800, an act preserving the indigenous commerce and games of the Philippines. Senator Legarda.
Culture and the Arts and Sports. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, at this juncture, I move that we dispense with the reading of the Journal of the 11th Session, Tuesday, August 19, 2025, and consider the same as approved.
Is there
So
any
moved.
objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. President, at this juncture and with the consent of the body, I move that we consider and adopt the following proposed Senate resolutions. Proposed Senate Resolution number 74, taking into consideration Proposed Senate Resolution number 76. This is commending and congratulating the Philippine Women's National Ice Hockey Team. Proposed Senate Resolution number 72, commending and congratulating the Philippine Youth Chess Team. Proposed Senate Resolution number 68, commending and congratulating the Buglas Filipinas Football Team. And proposed Senate Resolution number 34, lauding the contributions of Manny Pacquiao, our dear colleague in the field of professional boxing. I so move, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The aforementioned resolutions are hereby adopted.
Mr. President, I move that we adjourn the session until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Tuesday, August 26, 2025. And again, we wish an advance happy birthday greetings to our Minority Leader, Senator Tito Soto, and Senator Kiko Pangilinan.
I see the smiles of my colleagues. Advance happy birthday to our Minority Leader,
Mr.
to our
President.
former Senate President.
Mr. President, ganyan na lang ba yan, Mr. President? Happy birthday greetings na lang.
Is there any objection? There being none, this session is adjourned until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Tuesday, August 26, 2025.